When exactly the next NBA season arrives is still up for debate. The big belief is December 22nd, but whether that happens or not, it's a bit unclear. However, in the meantime, that means that it's still the off season, and that means there are plenty of trades and signings and deals all to be done. But while there haven't been any big moves as of yet because of the rules of the offseason, that doesn't mean they're not coming, especially with recent trade rumors swirling around some big deals coming down the pipeline. So allow us to show you the current trade rumors of the NBA. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
Number 6. Chris Paul to the Knicks or Suns. Without a doubt, one of the biggest trade rumors of all is around Chris Paul. The legendary and future Hall of Famer point guard is currently with the Oklahoma City Thunder and willed them to the playoffs last season, but many think that he will be traded to a new team before the new season begins. The only question is, to who? Well, a few new trade rumors state that he'll be going to the New York Knicks, which are in desperate need of star power, especially after missing out on the previous offseason's biggest free agents like Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, who went to the other New York team in the Brooklyn Nets. Richard Jefferson was quick to mention the impact Paul could have on the New York Knicks franchise and gave his backing to the NBA trade rumors. I love the Chris Paul idea. He's the type of player that can give you some stability that they haven't had. He's a proven winner, and he can actually give the guidance that you've seen over the course of his career. And I think Chris Paul would make a lot of sense. Maybe, but that's not the only option for him. Another major trade rumor states that the Phoenix Suns are looking to bring him into the fold, which may seem odd at first, but here's the deal. The Phoenix Suns have a really good young squad of players led by Devin Booker. If they could bring in Chris Paul and have him be a veteran presence and be his true floor general self, then it is possible that they could not just make the playoffs, but be a higher seed in a stacked Western Conference. And of course, there is also the talk that the Lakers are after Paul because of his friendship with LeBron James. So at this point, the biggest surprise would be if none of these teams get him and he just stays in OKC. Number 5. Russell Westbrook. Here is a rumor that has been going on for a long time, since basically the end of the Rockets' run in the playoffs, which wasn't that long. Basically, the Houston Rockets are clearly in need of a reboot, or a strong surge of extra talent to work alongside James Harden and Russell Westbrook. But whether they'll be able to do that to a good degree is very much up in the air, and with a new coach and GM, many are feeling that the team will be trading away pieces to try and do things in the long term versus winning now. Which brings us to Russell Westbrook. His impact on the team wasn't what many in the Rockets organization had hoped for, and since Harden is the biggest star on the team in many people's minds, Westbrook is the piece that can be traded away, even if his contract doesn't make it the easiest to do. The current beliefs are that the Clippers, the Knicks, the Orlando Magic, or even the Washington Wizards could be up for it and have the ability to do it via certain trades and deals. Now, whether it honestly happens or not, though, depends on the desires of the Rockets organization and how quickly they want to attempt to win a title. Number 4. Dennis Schroder. The current NBA champions are the Los Angeles Lakers, led by LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Now, it may seem odd that the organization would want to go and trade for players when they already have a winning roster, but in the landscape of the NBA, that's not a certainty that you'll win again. Plus, the Lakers acknowledge that they got lucky in certain aspects in terms of the bubble playoffs even happening, key injuries on the opponent's side of the ball, and so on. Thus, rumors are flying that the Lakers want to shore up their roster to ensure they can get a repeat, and one of their biggest wishes is to get OKC player Dennis Schroder. Believe it or not, the Lakers almost got him at the trade deadline last year, but he refused to deal with them. Yes, I have received offers, but I never wanted to go to the Lakers, the Clippers, or all the names that have called my agents. In the end, I'm good with the GM, Sam Presti, the OKC general manager, and that was my decision. I said that I like the organization here better. A bold statement, but now there's a problem with him rejecting the deal. He can't do it anymore under the new CBA. As such, if the Lakers and Thunder make a deal, well, he'll be going to LA. Ramona Shelburne of ESPN, during an appearance on the Sedano and LZ show, said that the Lakers are still interested in him. The Lakers called about Schroder at the trade deadline, so they do have interest in him. I think they've called now. You can't make any trades now or yet, that's going to come next week. Yeah, they definitely have interest in him. It's just, what does Sam Presti think he can get for him, and what is the maximum value? Do they have the best offer? 28, meaning the 20th pick in the 2020 NBA draft, and Danny Green? Does that work? Pick number 28 and Danny Green? Maybe. I think there are better offers, but we'll see what Sam Presti thinks. We will see indeed, but this proves that the Lakers are serious about doing moves when everything opens up. So be on the lookout for that. Number 3, Eric Bledsoe. This one is a bit of a twist because the Milwaukee Bucks are apparently in the market to get rid of one of their big players, mainly Eric Bledsoe. Multiple league sources say the Bucks are active in trade discussions. They're looking to move on from Eric Bledsoe and have offered him to several teams. The ability Eric Bledsoe has to get into the paint and make kickouts has been a key element to the Bucks' offensive success in recent seasons. His impactful on-ball defense has been quite helpful too. However, his lack of shot creation from deep limits him against teams that game plan to neutralize him. And with their superstar Giannis not happy that he's a two-time MVP but hasn't gotten to the finals in any other season, and his contract being up after this season, well, the Bucks are almost desperate to put a team around him so that they can win and lure him back next season with a big contract. So if that means dealing away with Eric Bledsoe, so be it. Number 2, Victor Oladipo. There are many beliefs that certain major stars are going to be shifting teams this offseason when the time comes, but one that seems to be all but confirmed is that of Victor Oladipo. The star from the Indianapolis Pacers has already been on the outs with his team, but then in a recent event, he said in front of his teammates that he would like to play with teams like the Knicks, the Heat, and the Raptors. This did not amuse his teammates at all, and now rumors are at an all-time high that he could be traded. Ignoring the Knicks, well, because they suck, him going to the Heat or Raptors would be a huge power play. The Heat went to the NBA Finals and lost to the Lakers because of injuries and the dependence on Jimmy Butler to win games. But with Oladipo there, that pressure would shift, and they'd have even more power on the court. Now, the Raptors were the surprise of the NBA playoffs in many ways, but they lacked the star to push them forward. Oladipo could change that as well. Will it happen? Hard to say. Possible. Number 1, Jrue Holiday. The Boston Celtics are a team that feels like they're on the cusp of achieving another NBA Finals berth, but they seem to be lacking that one final piece to get there. And rumors are now saying that they are looking to get Holiday to their roster to help make things better. The Celtics have offered up their 3 first-round picks, numbers 14, 26, and 30, all in trade, to try and move into the lottery. But multiple league sources say they intend to reroute that pick to the Pelicans in exchange for Jrue Holiday, an analyst wrote in his latest mock draft. Now that would be huge for the Celtics, because that would mean that they don't have to trade away pieces to get Holiday, and they could reap all the rewards of him being on their team. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the state of the NBA offseason and who might be getting traded to one team or another? Which of these rumors do you put the biggest stock in? Or do you think that they are all bunk and that some of these won't even have a chance of being done? What trade rumors are you hearing that you think will come through? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.